Alright guys, so I have a very crazy and far out there theory that I just thought about as I was making this video that I'm going to be dropping next week, which is my all-time favorite Walking Dead episode, what I think is the greatest episode of all time. I thought about this really crazy far out there theory. You guys remember Terminus? It was one of the main driving points of season 4. They're all trying to go to Terminus and find sanctuary for all, community for all. You guys remember that, right? And you guys remember when they got there and it turns out they weren't who they actually were. And the leader Gareth actually was a cannibal who killed them. Well, they were kind of humanized in a sense, because we come to find out that Gareth was only that way because before then he was a nice person. He and his family set up Terminus as an actual sanctuary to save people. But before then, a group of men came in and basically kept all of them captive. I believe, yeah, they kept all of them captive and took over. Gareth and his family managed to get out and take over, and because of the way that they thought they came across, they thought that, oh, maybe what we're doing is wrong and we should be more like them, and the only way for us to survive is if we kill anyone who looks like a possible threat. We can't be vulnerable anymore. Let's look like a threat to people. And that's kind of how he thought, and that's kind of why he became the way he was towards season 5. They kind of made it, I don't want to say they made it seem like he was, you could sympathize with him because it's like he went through some shit. I don't condone the fact that he started eating humans, but you could kind of see why he turned that way. He was traumatized and he thought that the only way to not have this happen again is if we look like a bunch of people who you shouldn't fuck with. And I can't really knock the guy for that. But we really never got too much of a we got closure because we saw the guy who kept them captive. And we saw the guy who was in the train car. He had the A on his, I think he has the A on his thing. But he came out, they kept him captive. And he ended up getting bitten or something. So we know who kept him captive. We know that was probably the leader. And now he's dead. But I have a crazy theory. What if that guy wasn't a leader? And what if, just what if, the guys that went there were the saviors, Negan's own men? And I think there might be a bit of a connection here between those guys and Negan's guys. And it's a crazy out there theory, but I'm going to jump into it right after this. And yes, I do realize this topic was touched upon before with a guy named Make a Path Presents. And I'm sure it's been touched on before with other people. I think that, our good friend ZeusTuber even made a video on it before. But those were all videos that were made in 2014, 2016, before Negan actually came into effect. So this video is going to take place after all the information we know now, and years after the events of Terminus. So we have more information now, and I think the theory holds more leverage. So we're going to go off of that. So my theory is, what if before, because I believe this was a long time before, this is back in season 5, before season 8, so it had to be a while before we got to the point that we are now. So what if Negan had an original group of men who he led them, and they kind of shared the same morals as him, we kill to survive, da 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 da. They saw the way that he was, and they thought that, you know what, I think we could do a bit better. Because here's the thing that kind of conflicts that. Those guys, I believe, who went and took over Terminus, tortured and raped all of their women. They raped all the women and they tortured everyone there. Now, while I think that I don't think Negan is that sadistic that he would torture people, or we've seen him kill people, and we've seen him trying to make example of people. I actually, now I think about it, I think it could buy the fact that he might torture people, but not in the way that he was torturing. This guy was torturing them. But Negan is really, really against rape. You guys remember, he killed that guy who was about to rape Sasha. And all those guys raped the women at Terminus. Which would lead you to believe, well, if they raped them and Negan is like a rapist, then why would they be associated with Negan? But what if Negan sent them out there? Negan heard about this place called Terminus. This sanctuary, this community. And he's like, you know what? We need more people. Go in there. Go take them over. Let it be our second base. But the leader, who was supposed to get sent over there, went rogue. And rather than, do what he was supposed to do, while he did what he was supposed to do, he's like, we're going to just rape some people while we're there. We're going to torture them, and we're going to keep them captive. And they kind of wasted resources in that kind of way by keeping them captive, and maybe they never reported back to Negan after that. They saw that this is a good community. We don't have to go back to Negan anymore. Why don't we just stay here? This could be our own place. And what happened was, Negan just didn't bother to go and find them. So what he did was he let them have the place. And when Gareth and his family finally took over and managed to capture all of them and kill them, that's what it kind of led to. And I don't know. And what I'm thinking is, like I just said, I don't know if Negan knew that they might have set up base there, or if they just never returned and he just didn't bother to look for them. Because it's not like Negan never went there. Or, well, we wouldn't have known that. We wouldn't have known if Negan went there to see what happened. Because by the time Negan would have went there to go and find his guys and kill them or torture them or whatever, they were already gone. Or they were already dead because Rick's group already been there. Negan has said, you've killed my people before. He could have been talking about those people because Carol killed all those people. Well, Carol killed most of those people, and then they killed, of course, Gareth and his group. So, I don't know. This is kind of something I just thought about in my head. I'm a bit conflicted. I'm just putting this theory together myself. What do you guys think about my theory? Do you think it is possible that Terminus and Negan are connected? Do you think this is a plausible theory? I want you guys to comment down below. Let me know. Love you guys as always, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Hey guys, I found a little bit more information after doing a little bit more digging. And I was going to make a second part of this video, but I'm like, you know what, I might as well just say it in this video. And I'll make a part 2 if I find any more information. So I have 3 more pictures to show that adds to my theory that Negan is connected to Terminus. Negan's guys were sent to Terminus, and Negan's really been present since season 4, honestly. So if you guys remember, back in episode 6 of season 7, that really, really boring episode with Tara, she came across the group known as the Oceanside. And the Oceanside basically mentioned how they were captured by Negan's guys, and I don't remember if they were captured by Negan's guys or they were about to be captured by Negan's guys. Basically, they captured their group, killed all their men, and captured them and took them to the sanctuary so they could be Negan's wives, and they escaped and whatnot. So Negan does have a knack and has had a track record of going over to people's areas, taking over and stealing people or just killing them. So he has had history of doing that, whether it was him or his people. Another proof I have is that Beth, you guys, of course, everyone remembers Beth. She was one of the saddest deaths in The Walking Dead, of course. Episode with her and Daryl, there was a shot. This picture circled around YouTube and the internet for weeks. Everyone's like, oh my god, Negan's coming soon. When is it gonna? And it didn't happen for like 3 more seasons. But you guys remember when Beth was crying because I guess Daryl killed all those people, or she had to kill. I don't remember exactly what happened. But you guys could visibly see near Beth was a bat wrapped in barbed wire. As you guys know, any bat wrapped in barbed wire is immediately associated with Negan because that is his object known as Lucille. Whether Negan dropped it, I highly doubt they just put it in there as an Easter egg. Maybe this was a hint that Negan was in the area at the time. At season 5, he was present. This goes over my theory that Negan was present in season 5. His people were sent over there. He was seen here. I don't remember if this was season 4 or season 5, but it was one of those two. If it was season 4, then we have earlier proof. And then my last one is, of course, people have pointed this out as well, the picture, season 5's poster. You see people, you see the group walking away, and Rick's looking stupidly at the camera. And what people always pointed out was that those two little pillars there, those two little whatever there are there, and it could be related to the Sanctuary and how the Sanctuary looks in the comic books. And here's a picture side by side of the Sanctuary and that picture. So it could be that the Sanctuary, they were hinting at the Sanctuary in season 5 as well. So it looks like The Walking Dead was throwing little hints here and there about Negan's presence, and that Negan's here and you just don't know it yet. Once again, that's all just a theory. A game theory! Let me stop. That's all just a theory, guys. What do you guys think about down below? Just tell me what you guys think down below. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.